Hi there, I'm Construction Gamer, and this is another UK mod showcase for Transport Fever 2. This episode is going to be slightly different from the usual, as it's a rundown of my top 10 mods from the year 2020. It's been a really good year for Transport Fever 2, and there's been so many fantastic UK mods released this year that I just wanted to take a look at them. Not in any particular order. It's been a tricky task just getting a top 10, but they're not listed in order. I'm just going through the list as I've kind of written them down. We're starting with the Class 68 and Mark 5 carriages. I've kind of tagged these as one mod because they do come together to form the Trans-Pennine Express Nova 3 set, is it? And it just looks really good. The model of the 66 is done by CW315, and Mr. Transport Guy has had a hand in it as well. The Mark 5 carriages and the driving van on the back, the driving trailer, the DT on the back, CW315, Mr. Transport Guy, and the Phantom as well had a hand in producing that, and the just looks absolutely amazing. The reason I like the 68 is just the way it sounds more than anything. It's a bit sad, I know, but yeah, it just sounds fantastic, and they've really managed to capture the sound of this as well as it accelerates and things. It does sound like it does in real life, which I think is right with most of these mods that I'm featuring, but this in particular just really captures that Class 68 sound. And if we just let the Mark 5 carriages, the 225 is kind of getting in the way, but yeah, the Mark 5 carriages with the Mark 5 driving trailer on the back, just really well done. Tons and tons of detail. Looks really good in this Trans-Pennine Express livery, and it's just a fantastic mod, as are most of the mods, even the ones not featured in this, but these again just my personal favourites. From the Class 68 we're going to the Class 90, the Pendolino. This is by CW315, and this is another fantastic mod. This really hotly anticipated. I think a lot of people were happy to see this in the game, and it's just really well done again. Just looks fantastic. This obviously in the Avanti West Coast colours, but it does come in the Virgin colours, and there are lots of different variants as well. I'm just picking out some of my favourite colour schemes with my favourite mods basically, and yeah, it's just really nice mod. Take some time, should take a little bit of time just to appreciate the models. I know a lot of you probably would have played with these or had these in your game by now, but I think it's just nice to kind of take a moment just to appreciate some of these things, because sometimes when you're playing the game you don't often sit down and watch the vehicles go past. So that's the Avanti West Coast Class 390 Pendolino going past, looking rather fabulous as the E300 goes past, but we're going to take a closer look at that in a minute. So there we are, the Class 390 Pendolino by CW 315. Next we're moving on to the Class 66. This is another model where the modders have really managed to capture the sound of the 66. It does sound rather good. This is the DB Schenker variant, because there are loads of skins available for this now. I've just picked out just this DB Schenker one here. The Class 66 by Tank Slapper, Fun Clive and CW315 work together on this, and it is just another fantastic model. Level of detail, just look at the level of detail on the bogies alone is just amazing. This one, you can't really hear it too much at the minute. It's just cruising along with no weight on it, so you can't really hear the engine, but they have managed to really capture how it sounds. Really high quality sounds on these. I think all of these 10 mods really do have high quality sounds on them, and accurate sounds as well. From the Class 66 we are going to the HST, the Intercity 225, the Class 43 power cars on either end. Again, this is a really hotly anticipated mod. People were happy, to see this in the game. This is completely reworked, as I think all of the mods are, completely reworked for Transport Fever 2, so they do look really good with the enhanced graphics. This one they've gone to the effort of with the different variants. So this is one of the re-engined variants with the MTU engines, but there's others as well with the Paxman Volante engines as well. So the modders really have the modder Killer Cans has gone to the effort of just those little details which just make it an exceptional mod. It looks really nice in this GWR colour. It's quite simple, but I think it does actually look rather fine in this colour scheme, other than the first Great Western Dynamic Lines livery, which is my personal favourite. I think that's a design classic, but I'd forgotten to subscribe to that. But we can enjoy it in this. Just have a quick listen to the MTU engine. It's not that loud actually, not compared to the Paxman Volante engine, which is a bit of a screamer. From the InCity 125, we're going to take a look at the InCity 225 this time, which is 225 kilometers per hour, I think. And this is they do come in separate. So we've got the Mark IV carriages, the Mark IV DVT, and the Class 91 at the front or the back, depending on which direction it's going, powering this along. This is by CW315. This came along quite early on. I think this is one of CW's favourite trains, if not his favourite train, and he was eager to get this on to Transport Fever 2, completely reworked Transport Fever 2 with all of the detail that comes with it. I've got it in the GNR colours because I think the GNR livery is a particularly nice looking livery on the InCity 225 in particular. It's a classy looking livery, I think that is. And although we haven't got the 91 in view at the minute, it is all nicely well detailed. If we let him go past, I might just try and pause it just as the 91 comes into view, because the 91 is a separate mod in itself almost. You can just use it on other things, and it just looks rather good. Is it? I think it might be getting is it a bit dirty? Possibly, but it doesn't stop it looking really good. So yeah, that's the InCity 225. And next we're moving on to the Class 221, the Voyager. This is just a 5-car set. I don't know if it would be a Super Voyager in a 4-car formation or not. Possibly might be. I think the 221 is the Super Voyager, isn't it? And the 220 is just a standard Voyager, but this is in the Virgin livery. There's a cross-country version as well. It's another really good model. This is by Killer Cans, another model where they've really managed to capture the diesel engine sound of the Voyager. It does sound rather good, and all the detail inside is really well done as well. All the detail in general. But it does have a particularly good looking interior, I think, as we morph into the signal box there. But yeah, got all the different seating formations spot on, and it really does look good. I think there might be a white version of this, but again, I don't think I've subscribed to it. But yeah, you can just hear it going past there. It does sound rather good. Next we're moving on to the Class 800 or the Class 80X series of trains, because there are the Trans-Pennine Express, which I think are 802 technically, but I think they're just listed as 800. But yeah, just again, this is another one that I think a lot of people were happy to see in the game. This is the Great Western Railway 5-car variant, although I think there are 9-car variants of the GWR, but there's 9-car variants of the East Coast trains one for sure. I'm definitely sure about that one. So yeah, it's just a really good train. This is the electric variant, but there are separate groups. So you've got the electric ones for electrified lines and the non, and you've got diesel ones with the pantograph down for non-electrified lines. So yeah, it's good to have those in. But like I said, you've got the Trans-Pennine Express, you've got the East Coast trains, East Coast Railway. Or London, no, it's London North Eastern Railway, isn't it? That's what it's called these days. It's hard to keep up, but it's just another very detailed mod. This by CW315, and it just looks really good. I think the GWR livery is again, it's simple, but I think it works. It looks really good. As for the comfort of the seats, I'm not so sure about, but as for the actual model itself, it's just been really well done, and it's good to see it in Transport Fever 2. And next we have another freight train, which is the Class 70. This is by Plain Simple, another fantastic looking, well detailed mod. with the accurate engine sounds as well. I think is the pretty sure they're accurate, although I'm not 100%. But it just yeah, looks great in the Power Hall livery there, the green and yellow. It's a bit of a shame that they moved to the new orange, like, was it orange and something colour? I do really like this Power Hall yellow and green and grey livery of these Freightliners, and it does, the Class 70 in particular does look really nice in this colour scheme. Maybe not the most attractive freight locomotive ever, but it is a pretty good, pretty powerful all-round locomotive, and it's pretty, I think it's pretty quick as well, relatively, for a freight train. I think it's got a bit of a US influence almost in the design. I think it was built in the US, I think I'm right in saying. Yeah, just another really nice model. Next up, last of the trains in this top 10, not last but definitely not least, is the Class 373 by CW315. Mr. Transport Guy and Elliot85 also helped with this mod. So this is the Class 373 E300, otherwise known as the Eurostar. This is just an awesome mod, high-speed train, and it's again just really well done. Looks absolutely fantastic. Comes in a variety of different formations and lengths, and you've even got the GNER one when they plan to put the 373 on that East Coast main line, but that plan got scrapped because of the power consumption of these things. But it does have the GNER and another one available for you to enjoy. I'll just take a minute to properly appreciate this particular model because it is really good. Looks fantastic. Let it go past so we can appreciate all the different carriages, because each of these as well, they are different, and they've got distributed bogies, which is, I guess this is quite difficult to achieve. I'm not sure, but I'm guessing this particular distributed bogie layout is quite difficult to model. And yeah, I don't think every single carriage is different, but there are definitely lots of different carriages for this. They're not all the same, so it's taken a lot of work to put that together, I think, as it has with a lot of these mods, but I think this in particular is yeah, quite difficult to do, and has been done very well. So that is the last train. But I don't think I could have done this top 10 without featuring this. This is a relatively new mod. I think it only came out this month, but this is the Alexander ALX 400 by CW315, and Jack TM as well helped out on this, done some of the other bits on it. There are lots and lots of skins available for this already. The modders really have gone to town with this, because I think, again, it's another hotly anticipated bus, and it's a particular favourite, I think, amongst bus enthusiasts as well. And you've just got all the detail, all the different colours of the seats and things like that. Just looks really good. So this is the more modern first livery, but like I said, there are lots and lots available to appreciate. I think what else? We got the Stagecoach pack by DV64 MLO as well. So we've already got for this the brand new Stagecoach livery available, along with many other liveries. So yeah, there we are. That is my top 10 mods for this year. Like I said, there are loads and loads of fantastic UK mods available, but they're just some of my favourites, not in any particular order. So what am I gonna leave you with? I think I'm gonna leave you with my personal favourite, which is the Class 68, just for pure engine sound more than anything, I think. And it is just, it's a bit crazy having just 5 carriages pulled by a hugely powerful diesel locomotive. If you haven't seen one in the flesh, once lockdown restrictions have come to an end, you really should find a station where this is going past and just take some time to appreciate and listen to how loud this actually is. But I'm going to leave it there for today. Normal service will resume in the next episode, and I'll take a look at some of the mods that I've missed from the past couple of weeks. I just wanted to do this top 10 as we come to the end of 2020. We can look forward to 2021 with hopefully lots and lots of new mods to come, I hope. So there we are. I'm going to leave it there for today. Say until next time. Bye bye.